Greetings out there in YouTube land from the planet Earth. You won't believe what just happened, okay? I'm in the middle of cooking as I'm ministering to my friend, Lorden here, right?
Yep.
And a friend of ours, Craig, that atheist has been working on, right? Remember the one I told you gave his life to Jesus the other day? Well, he was just telling us that a bunch of bikes were stolen here last night. A lot was going on, right? And his being one of it. But he said that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the thing is, he didn't get mad or any of the stuff he would normally have done. He hasn't been going drinking, right?
No.
And what he felt something inside his chest area. He didn't know what it was. And I was explaining it's the love of Jesus calming him down. I recommended some chamomile tea to help him out till he really gets it rocking with Jesus, because then you'll get it without the tea, right? Calm you down. But I still drink it once in a while too, right? I love the taste. They give it a nice piece of mellow. And it's the closest thing we got out there that I can think of that's all natural. They can give you an idea of the peace and calm that you're going to get with Jesus, because it's way more than that cup of tea does. And you try that tea, and everybody seems to love it. When people get off 4 antidepressants because of a cup of tea, and another guy gets off ADHD medicine because of a cup of tea, there's a little bit more to it than people know. Because God made us to live in the garden, right? And then it talks to waste them. Take a look at what's going on around you, all the pollution. That's your body, man, with big pharma putting pills in you. We were made for organic stuff, and I know I asked God a bunch of questions when He healed me March 12th, man. 1 minute I'm severe end stage heart problems there. On the 11th, next thing you know, I'm healed by Jesus. So, come on, give me a break, right? Think about it. Can you do the math? If God weren't real, how come people are getting healed all over the planet every day? Here's a former atheist, right? Now he's a child of God, and he hasn't even bought a Bible yet. He's going to turn around and got to get one, wondering why he's having a strange feeling that he's different. That's called the love of Jesus working on somebody who hasn't even read the Bible. So when I say some just talk the talk, well, I was out there walk the walk. You know I'm not talking about this. I know a lot of these brothers are trying to make a difference any way you can. I meant it. One lost sheep at a time adds up to a very full basket of fruit for Jesus. Because most forget those lost sheep have friends, and they turn around and tell them, look what God did in my life. It's a bigger basket than you realize. While some just sit back on their thumbs and twiddle and play trivia every night, countless of you out there are making the difference for God. And that's why you're going to party with Him at the wedding feast. While some ride the slide, but as I hear, I know you not, because they didn't take the time to even read their Bible. God had me up here for one thing. He could tell me more stuff to say, but for that one thing he wanted, really bugging me on here to say, is read the Bible for yourself, man. Save your own life, because it's right there. Jesus said everything you need is right there to know. And if you don't want to take the time to read it, how are you going to know what you are, cold or hot, right? Because if you're lukewarm, He doesn't want anything to do with you. I still think it's a typo that they did. The hot should have been on the top, hot or cold, but that's me. That, I tell you, is my personal opinion, right? When the typesetter was doing this, something, I don't know. I'll leave you up to that to make up your own mind, but I love to say it the other way. Hot or cold, because the hot wind, right? The arrow's on top as far as I'm concerned, right? Hot air rises, cold doesn't, right? That's the way I look at it. Somebody did a typo. You make up your own mind. But when the lukewarm are the ones He vomits from their mouth, right? And He says the dogs return to the vomit. And He's been teaching me just like He has others He talks to every day around the planet. He's healing people every day around the planet. You have to be pretty thick to say God isn't real, you know what I mean? He's changing people's lives every day. And when a former atheist comes back here and says, oh man, everything's different. I'm not like I was. I'm not yelling. I'm not getting mad. I don't know what's going on. I said, that's the love of Jesus I was telling you about. It's growing. What you got to do is get a Bible and start reading. The more you read, the more He's going to show you, man. He'll show you things that the ancients didn't even know. And they knew about the belts of Orion and the Pleiades, because He said, seek His face and ye shall find. He said in Psalms 119, you're going to teach you that stuff. Psalm 119, verse 100, for those who don't remember, He was going to show you something that even the ancients knew, because you study His precepts. Man, there's an instruction guide to life and so much more, because the more you look, the more He's going to show you. Well, these other people speed read and they don't even understand the book. They're modern day Pharisees. They knew the words, but they didn't understand what they meant, and didn't have the love of Jesus in their heart. That's why you got to watch who teaches you. And these are the times of the false shepherd that He's warning about. So He sends people like me, which are all over the planet, saying, wake up, where are your alarm clocks? You've been sleeping your life away, man. The only ones that can call on Jesus are the ones that are awake. The ones that are asleep, they're going to miss the whole ride, man. And then what are they going to do? Stand there and He's going to say, I know you not, when they think they did it, because they're sleeping on a job. The Lord needs workers in the field, not sitting back pointing a finger at each other, yelling at each other, or sitting in the chat rooms thinking they're holier than thou, when they don't even realize they're the lukewarm He's talking about. But many of us are awake, and there's a planet full that's growing bigger and bigger and bigger, because we're the children, God's children of Revelation 7:9, and we're smart enough to know the truth because we open our eyes and read the Bible. And God tells us everything we need to know right there. But many of us have been richly blessed, and they're all over the planet daily that God is talking to, and I'm just one. And he talks to others way more than me, but they need him more than I do right now. I'm doing as told, right? If he thinks I'm doing something wrong, he'll let me know. But if any of you think you know better than God who can pick for his servant, dream on, then you don't like it, complain to my boss. Because Jesus said, I want you to do this when he was in the middle of healing me. And I don't care what anybody says. I'm listening to the one who healed me when everybody else gave up on me. The only reason I'm alive now is from him. Because I was pastor of the gate. And I know what pain and suffering is like because I lived there, right? Like many of you out there. And then Jesus came along and pulled me out, man. He pulled me out of my sins and my drowning and gave me a new chance at life. This time I'm awake. I'm staying that way. And my job for right now until he tells me otherwise is to wake you up and get you to read for yourself. I already know my future. He was kind enough to tell me that too. I get to travel again. I told God, man, I was stuck in a while for a while because the pills I couldn't travel, nothing. I wanted to freely roam the earth. He says, and he's telling me I will. But while I'm doing it, I'm going to go and preach it a few places for him. That way it's not a waste of his time or mine, right? I can do both at the same time because I got the love of Jesus in my heart and my mind 24/7, man. I've got my oil topped up. Do you? I know many of you brothers and sisters do. But when the lukewarm goes into the coals for their oil, man, you know the time of day. And sadly, they have to be. That's where acceptance comes in. We could try to wake up as many of them as it can, but the choice to go back to the vomit is theirs or not. But once they're awake, hey, they can't say they weren't told, right? That's the way God sees it. Once you know that somebody told you the truth and you want to go back there, that's your choice. The ones that wake up and read the Bible for themselves, they're going to party with Jesus, right? Straight word, right? You listen to him, you do what he says, and you're going to be at that feast. But sadly, many forget. Many are called, but few are chosen. Don't mess with somebody who's chosen by God. There's always a price to pay for it. That you may not like me. What I'm saying, you don't know the real me, but the people around me do. But when I'm on God's dime and he wants me to do these things, I'm talking God's talk, not mine. Opinions don't go out of it. I told you when I get an opinion, I'll make sure you know this is my opinion. And my opinion is still typo, man. They should put the hot on top. Cold or hot just didn't go right, man. It should be hot or cold. My personal opinion is up to you to decide. I think it was the printers that didn't put it in, right? But you make up your own mind. Either way, it's the same message, right? But, and everything else, the hot always rises, right? Hot air rises, you name it, right? While cold goes down, it's the fact of life, right? I think somebody deliberately did it as a typo, not thinking, I'm made tired or whatever. I'll leave that to you. But when it's my opinion, I tell you, it's my opinion. But everything I'm not talking about otherwise is God. And I don't like to give my opinion, I think, except for that one verse. It really bothers me. I think somebody reversed it. Hey, you heard it. Now make up your mind. Everybody's living Matthew 24:38. And this guy comes in here, man, all this crime is going on. Even here, that never used to happen when I was a kid. You don't think anything's wrong. They go, oh, Matthew 24:38, like everything's normal. They all forgot verse 39 was around the corner. And guess what? This time, it's not a flood, it's fire and ice. Those with eyes to see and ears to hear know what I'm talking about because they opened the Bible and read. These are the times of dreams and visions, and half these people in the rooms have no idea what's going on, man. They don't know any of it, and it's happening planet-wide. But so many of you, my brothers and sisters, know everything that's going on because you love Jesus and you took the time to do as he said. You read his living word. God bless you, every one of my brothers and sisters out there that's doing what God says and reading his word. Because there are sadly so many of them out there who aren't. And they're calling those people that read the word crazy. But we know what's going to happen. We'll be the right-hand side of God, right? At the bottom of Matthew 25. Well, they're turning around, going down to the left, saying, didn't we do this and that in your name? He's going, I don't even know you, man. Sitting in a room playing trivia. Ain't going to cut it. When you go to the left and the right, we already know which side they're going to go on. We don't need to ask. We wait for the card to be read. If you're too lazy to read his word, man, you're going to ride the slide. Because those that read the word, it saves them because it tells you all about Jesus. So you can call upon him, man. He is after a personal relationship. God is all about faith and a personal relationship. All that other worldly nonsense means nothing to him, but only to the men who live by men's doctrines, the doctrines and dogmas of men, running around in circles, getting nowhere. But none of that's about God. God lives in your heart, right? But like many of us know, brothers and sisters, but that's one of the reasons I weep for the planet. I'm sure you do too. Because God loves us so much that even now, when he looks down, there's not even a single righteous person on the planet. He's healing people every day. And these broken tools in them rooms don't even know it. And we're just trying to help them to say, wake up, man, before it's too late. The rest is up to them. If they don't want to read the word, it's not your fault, it's not mine, brothers. We did as God said. If you see a problem, you're supposed to talk about it and tell them. And if they don't want to listen, whether they do or not, your hands are clean in the eyes of God. If you know something's wrong and you don't say anything, their blood is on your hands. The Bible says so. And when Jesus is talking to you in the middle of healing you and he says to do something, trust me, only an idiot would say no and do it any way differently than God says. He said, wake you up. This is me waking you up just like he told me to do. It's up to you if you're reading that. But I really hope you do. Even though you don't know me, I love you. I have a big family in Revelation 7:9, and you might be one of them. All you have to do is wake up because they're waking up every day. Think about it. Crack open the Bible. Bye-bye.